fact that the Obama-era rule would not classify this train car as a high-hazard train, right? That's, from the results of this wreck, that is an absurd regulation.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Jacob Morrison joins us. You hear him, Valley Labor Report. He joins WVNN every single Saturday from 9:30 until 11. Does a great show there. I cannot stand his content. I disagree with him on everything, but the show is very good. I think it's got good energy. It's entertaining, and they've done a good job expanding that. So I always like to have him on to talk about stuff. Jacob, this train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, is something that has captured the country's attention. And a lot of people are very worried about it. We've heard all sorts of things. The rules on trains caused this. There's even some talk of Biden forcing the union back to work caused this, that kind of stuff. Any evidence any of that's true, or is this just an accident that maybe possibly had a bad decision made afterwards, which just seems likely to you?
Well, it's absolutely obviously the case that the lack of regulation caused this. If the train had what are called electronically controlled pneumatic brakes.
No, that's been fact checked. The Washington Post said that's not true. That's been a talking point, but the Washington Post said that had nothing to do with this. That wouldn't have mattered in this situation.
I do not think that's the case because it's a fact that this train did not have electronically controlled pneumatic brakes, and when and the difference between these ECP brakes, as they're called, and the normal brakes is when a train begins to stop with the normal air brakes, it starts from the front back. So you can imagine how if you've got the back of the train coming up on the front that's stopping, you're going to have these crunches and you're going to have the derailments. Well, ECP brakes stop every car at the same time, so you don't have that as much. So I've not seen that from the Washington Post, but that would be bizarre.
For the NTSB, they write this: the ECP brake rule would have only applied to high hazard flammable trains. The train that derailed in East Palestine was a mixed freight train containing only 3 placard Class 3 flammable liquid cars. That means even if the rule was on to affect, this train would not have had the ECP brakes. Anything else is harmful and adding pain to the community that already been through enough.
Sure, yeah. So what they're saying is that under the Obama era rule, this train would not have had the regulation to the need to have the ECP brakes. And the argument that the union is making is that the Obama era rule was not hefty enough that could you imagine? I mean, imagine the fact that the Obama era rule would not classify this train car as a high hazard train, right? That's from the results of this wreck, we can see that is an absurd regulation. So, what it sounds like what the Washington Post is saying is that the Obama era regulation wouldn't have had these ECP brakes on this train, not the ECP brakes would have made a difference in this crash. And I think that is indisputable. The ECP brakes would have made a difference. And it seems to me to be just intuitively indisputable that this is a high hazard train. And so therefore it should have had ECP brakes.
Well, I mean, that comes from the National Transportation Safety Board. They're the ones saying it. But so you're saying further rules could have done something about this.
Absolutely, because the Obama era, if you follow the fight for this Obama era regulation, and the Lever News has done a really good job of cataloging this, the original Obama era regulation was going to be much more wide reaching, and industry came in and really cut it down.
Well, that may be true, but the point is this: Pete Buttigieg is being smacked down by his own agency on that same front. I guess you're correct. Had they gone further than the rule originally, the rule that Trump had rolled back originally went, maybe possibly yes, all things said, could have done a billion different things different, and maybe this would have had a role here, but that's not what happened here. I do appreciate the perspective. We ran out of time here. I always appreciate Jacob Morrison joining us. You can hear more from him 9:30 to 11 right here on WVNN on Saturday. It's the Valley Labor Report. Don't miss that show. It is well worth checking out. Check that out this weekend.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.